Hey Girl Scouts, it's Kristina Lachaga, and I am so excited to be here with our next special guest for our cookie rally. We are here with Charlotte Durif, and we are so excited to speak with her. So, Charlotte, tell us a little bit about yourself. I heard you climb mountains by day and study STEM by night, and you have so many diverse skills and interests. I want to hear more about you.
Hi girls. So I'm Charlotte Durif. I'm from France. I am 31, and as you said, I'm a rock climber. I used to climb in competitions, but no, I just climb outside. I've climbed my whole life. I started as pretty 3 or 4 or something. I love it. It's my thing, and yeah, it's cool. I studied science, so I got an engineer degree, and I did a PhD a few years ago in chemistry.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Well, I'm so excited to interview you. I love rock wall climbing. I've never climbed outside, but when I was younger, when I was like 12, I remember I always would rock wall climb and I would just like go right up to the top. So one day I'll have to meet up with you. You'll have to show me how to climb outside.
Sounds awesome. Indoor climbing is very fun too.
That sounds so. Oh yeah, I love it. It's so much fun. Um, so you are definitely a force to be reckoned with, and you're also in a lot of male-dominated spaces. So I was like on the mountain in the STEM field. So what made you successful in those areas, and did you encounter any obstacles along the way? What advice would you give to girls that are facing obstacles like that?
So I've been lucky to start climbing with my dad, who was a very talented alpinist back in the days, and my brother, who is 5 years older than me. So I started kind of following them. And then I just kept doing my thing, and I found really great communities within climbing, with a little club where I used to live, and then with the national team. So um, I want to say it's been pretty easy for me, but maybe it is because climbing, the idea of climbing is to climb a mountain. So we have that physical obstacle in front of me. So maybe just practicing climbing helped me naturally go with all those obstacles you can find in your life.
That's amazing. That's a great metaphor to like think about the physical mountain and just work on overcoming it. I love it. That's perfect. And it's amazing. I just want to mention that you've won 6 world championships and 17 national championships, including one in the US. So very impressive, and you've definitely overcome a lot of obstacles. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm really excited. I checked out your website um, for your production company, and you have an amazing series called A Worldless Travel. So I want to hear more about that because you're the co-owner, you're a producer, photographer, and videographer. I want to hear more about that. What's it like owning your own company, and then tell us a little bit more about your A World Less Traveled series.
Yes. So that media company you're talking about is called Coalhouse Media. It's been created by my boyfriend at the time, which now is my husband. Him and his friend created this media company because they were going on a road trip across the US and created media content. And it was when I first started dating my boyfriend, and they were planning this big trip, and I was like, I cannot miss this opportunity. So I followed, and that went great. So then my boyfriend and I should say my husband because now he's my husband, but um, when I was done with school, we're like, what are we gonna do? And one thing we were dreaming of was to do a world tour. And at first we're like, nah, we can't do that. It's just too much. We gotta do jobs and things like this. And then we're like, but if we like plan it good with like creating media content, so working, having a few sponsors, we can actually pull it together. So we left on a world tour that we called A Worldless Traveled, and we did a lot of videos on the way. Um, so at the beginning, it was whole all my husband that was doing the videos, but because it was so much, I had to start making them too. So 2 years later, I was doing the videos. I learned how to do everything on the go. And now it's my job. So I think that was great to follow our dream and go for it and make it work, because it was an amazing experience. And now it brings only good stuff in our lives.
I love how resourceful you were to make that happen, and you got sponsors and you planned it, and oh my gosh, that's incredible. And good tip, Girl Scouts. If you need to make something happen, be resourceful. Think of the different ways you can make something work, especially during cookie season. What was your favorite stop on your A World Less Traveled world tour?
Oh my gosh, we fell in love with Peru, a little village called Pitu Markets near Cusco. Cusco is where the Machu Picchu is. It's very famous. And we just loved it down there. South America was great. People were amazing. The landscapes where we were beautiful, and the climbing was great. So all in all, very good.
That's so cool. We have USA Girl Scouts Overseas actually has an event coming up this year. World tour. We're gonna be having our own world tour, and on our world tour last year, we stopped in Peru in Machu Picchu. So that's really cool. So any girls that were there, now you met someone who's been there too. Um, okay, so your climbing literally takes you hundreds of feet in the air. So honestly, so much courage to be able to do that. Where do you find the courage to make those climbs and to get back up when you stumble or fall?
That is the definition of climbing, that you fall and you have to get back up. So it's just the way it goes. I think one way to do it, and make it enjoyable, is to be patient, just to go step by step. Don't try to reach Everest at first. It's start with small stuff, stay in your comfort zone. And when you're very comfortable in this pace, just try something a bit higher, try something a bit harder or further. And I think naturally the process will bring you in bigger achievements. But I think, yeah, the key is to be patient.
I love it. And that's great to take it step by step and go at your own pace, and then you can achieve more once you are starting to feel comfortable. I love it. That's great. Okay, we have one last question for you. We're super excited. So, your life is absolutely full of adventure, and that is so perfect because this year our new Girl Scout cookie is called Adventurefuls. So, we'll have to
Mm.
make sure we get you a box, Charlotte. Um, so you're a six-time climbing world champion. You've made films in Madagascar, Australia, Peru, just to name a few. And you studied the critical heat flux and nuclear reactors at MIT. What? That's insane. I love it. So, two questions. What has been your favorite adventure so far? And what is your next adventure?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I've loved all those adventures because at the time of my life, that was my thing. So when I was younger and I was into competitions and just traveling the world to go to competitions and being good enough to win them was like the most fun stuff. And then I'd say more recently, just, yeah, that 2 years world tour, Worldless Travels. It was amazing.
Yeah, what adventure can we see on the horizon for you? What's next?
My next adventure, I think we're going back to Peru in the fall.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
take me with you.
yeah. We've been wanting to go back to this place, to those people, to those rock climbs. And last 2 years were, as we all know, a bit complicated. So fall 2022, Peru.
You got it. That oh my gosh, you've got this. I cannot wait to see all your Instagram posts from when you go to Peru. Tell us where all our USA Girl Scouts overseas can find you on the internet.
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under my name. So Cheryl Durif on Facebook and Shad Durif on Instagram. And then if you type the web, Cold House Media, you're going to see all the videos we've been producing and travel with us through those videos.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Charlotte. And girls, we're gonna have a special activity coming up with Charlotte, so stay tuned. Get your active wear on. We're gonna rock climb in our house. Okay, here we go.
Climbing uses a lot of parts of your body. I'd say it's one of the sport that uses all your body the most. There are two things that are pretty specific to climbing is the finger strength and the flexibility in your hips, in your arms, in your legs. So we're gonna try two things today. Is to test your finger ability to grab weird holds. So for this, it's pretty simple to do it around your home. Just look at the objects around you and grab them and see like how you can grab them. So here I have a hard drive. So here I'm pinching it very narrow. I can pinch it really wide like this. I have a tissue box. So same, I can like grab it and you can like try to pinch it really hard to see if your finger strength are good in that way. I brought my baking bowls.
Oh, that's a good one.
So to add a little bit of weight and like difficulty. So here I have a narrow bowl and I can like easily grab it like this, but I can increase the difficulty taking a bigger bowl and see if I can grab it. Ooh, I can still do it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
Can I? Let's see if I can do the bigger one.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Oh, I can go more. But yeah, that's a good way to like test your fingers in different ranges and weights. That adds difficulty. You can pinch your object if they don't break, of course. You can pinch them hard and see how strong you can pinch things. Yeah, I like to play with that when I'm working at my desk and I have objects around me. I just like grab them and touch them.
That's amazing. Girl Scouts, grab some different objects around you. I grabbed some different. So Charlotte had amazing different things. So I grabbed like a hard drive. So see if you can grab your hard drive. I have a like a tennis ball. Trying to pinch the tennis ball. I got a very small item. Oh, I almost break my computer. I had grabbed like a really small item, like a golf ball. This is something bigger, like a light.
Oh.
Yeah, right? Isn't that cool? You need this travel. You need this. You need this. And then I got like a bigger. This is like a bigger, like heavier for me. There right now. I got a mug. Jonas Brothers. But
Nice.
like trying to see what different items that you can do and do what Charlotte did while you're watching Cookie Rally. That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, now we have some sort of strength and flexibility. Let's try it. Let's Girl Scouts. Everyone get up and let's try what Charlotte's gonna teach us. I'm so excited.
So the forearms, if you've ever tried climbing, it's what's gonna get super tight and tired. So I like to, when I warm up or after I climb, I like to do the stretches. So a simple one is just you turn your hand like this and you come grab it and you pull until you feel like it stretches a little bit and you hold there for 10 seconds and you should feel like it stretches here. Yeah, and then you can do like this, because what we don't realize sometimes is to move your fingers. It's actually here that it works. So it's important to do that.
Okay. I'm giving it a good stretch. I one time went to the doctor. I had to go to physical therapy one time for something with my arm, and they told me my arms were like hyperextended. So whenever I would do this, I like wouldn't feel anything. It was
Oh yeah. All right, that is one. And then one I really like, it's stretching, is to spread my legs a little bit, not too much. I put my hand on my hip, and then with this arm, I go and I flex until I can feel here that it pulls. This one feels so good, even every day, because your back gets really tight from everyday activities.
definitely. I feel it.
Yeah.
Very good stretch.
On both sides.
And this is such a perfect way to get ready to climb with courage. So this
Yeah.
is perfect. Yes, we're climbing with courage with our different strengths and exercises.
All right, let's try 2 flexibility exercises. Let's see your shoulders.
Okay.
So one famous one is to put one arm here, and try to touch your fingers. So I'm gonna be honest, I am not very good here.
I got
But
one.
whoa, look at you! I am so far.
Oh my gosh. It's funny. I was doing this yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, I can't. Both ways I can't.
Oh my
But
gosh.
to help me, I just put the arm up and I come and pull here.
Okay.
And that still develops my flexibility around here. So that's good if you can't touch your fingers.
Yeah, that's perfect. I feel it's kind of like the same stretch. I feel it.
Yeah. I like this one. It's good for the shoulders. And then the other one is for the hips.
Okay.
And also make your leg a little workout. Is you stand on one leg and you try to bring your knee and your foot as high as possible and as close as possible to you too.
Wow.
That's good because when you're climbing in front of the wall, you have to bring your feet very close to you because your body is close to the wall. So this is a good balance, little workout, and flexibility exercise.
Oh, that's perfect. These are great. I feel like we're climbing with courage right now.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, girls, I hope you had so much fun getting our climb on, and now you're going to be so ready to climb with courage this cookie season. So on the count of 3, say it with us. We're going to say climb with courage. On the count of 3, Girl Scouts. You ready? Ready, Charlotte? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Climb with courage.
Courage.
Yay! Awesome. Back to the cookie rally.